In this video, we will create a GitHub account, then download and install and configure Git to work with our GitHub account. Then create a project repository on github.com. Then we will clone this repository on our PC in a working directory. Then we add and modify files and folders in this repository. We will add these changes to staging area, then commit these changes with a message, and finally push these changes to remote repository. And we will verify whether these changes have been received or not. Click sign up. We can use our Google account to create an account at GitHub. At the next page, we can change or select our username and click continue. Next, it will take you to GitHub dashboard. You can check your profile. To create new repository, click the plus icon, or we can go to github.com/new. or github.new. On this page, we will give a repository a name. And we are going to make a public repository. Next, we will check README file, and last, create repository. Next, it will take you to repository page. You should check the URL in the address bar. To clone this repository, we will click the green color code button. On this button, it will show three options to clone: HTTPS, SSH, and Git CLI. So we will be using HTTPS URL. Copy this URL and we will use it later. Now we will download Git from git-stm.com for Windows. We will be downloading x86 version. You can change according to your system. We will install this and then configure it. During the installation process, you can select all the default options. So after installation, we want to verify it and we need to configure it. Just click the start menu, search Git, and we have Git bash. Open it, resize it with Ctrl++, type git-p, and if it echoes a version, that means it is installed. We also need to configure it with our username and email. So write git config -global user.name and your username. Similarly, git config -global user.email and your email that you have used at the time of registration. You can verify whether it is recorded or not using command git config -l 5 grep user. So it will show. Now we can close this. Suppose we want to clone our repository directly. In my case, in documents, open terminal at this location, right click, use open terminal or shift right click and open terminal. This will open our Windows PowerShell. Here we can verify git-p. So again we can use git in our PowerShell now. We can verify if the properties are saved like username using command git config -l. So at the last we can see user.name and user.email is saved. Suppose I want to clone my repository in my documents. So I need to copy the URL from repository page. So this is my first repository. This is the URL and I can use clone option https, copy this URL. Right click here to open a new terminal. We will run git clone and the URL we have copied. Run this command. So this was public repository, that is why we are able to clone this. This has single readme file with the name of repository. So now we want to do some changes, like we want to create, first we are entering into project using cd first project. So to open VS Code at this location, I can use code dot or coding dot. So this will open VS Code at this location. You can use any other text editor. So here we will create a source directory and do some dummy changes in readme file. So first in readme file I will write some random values like some test modification, and I will create a folder like src, and in this src I can create a new file. So let's create a index.html in this location. Give it some basic HTML content. So this is totally optional. You can create your own text file or any readme file, whatever you want. So now we want to save these changes and send these changes to our GitHub account repository. So we need to run 3 commands in sequence. First we check git status, and another similar command is git diff. You can check the status and whatever files are changed using these 2 commands. You might want to read the output of these commands. So this is the commit. We only have one commit that we have created when we create the repository at the github.com. So now we check git status in this location, and to send these changes we want to save this. We can use git add and file name and directory name, but we can use git add dot to accept all the changes and add them into staging area. Next command is git commit. So at each commit we need to pass a message with -m flag. After this flag we can give a message like whatever the changes we have made. And last command is git push. So in some cases you might need to run git push origin me. In other times it will only work with git push. So you need to authenticate. So I will be using sign and read your browser. So it will take you to a GitHub page, and after refresh it will save authentication in your browser. So it will show authentication succeeded. I can close this page now. So we can see in our terminal the changes have been sent to GitHub. There is an error message, but you will not be getting this error message. I am using -f flag to forcefully send the changes because I have added some commit in the previous version. So on the repo page we only have one commit. If we refresh this page now we can see we have 2 commits here, and the file change in readme is shown. There is a source folder, and in the source folder we have an index.html file also with all the code we have written. So in this way we can change our source code, our directory structure and files, and we can save those changes in our GitHub account. And at each step the history has been saved in the commits. So at any moment we can go back and use that code also.